Welcome everybody to the Westminster Blue Jays 2019 home opener here at Muller Stadium as they take on the Millsaps Majors from Jackson, Mississippi on this near cloudless September afternoon here in Fulton, Missouri. These two met a year ago down in Jackson on a day the Blue Jays would like to more forget as they fell 35-0 to Millsaps. Westminster State hoping to recover from that as well as last week's loss away at Nebraska Wesleyan, where head coach John Welty's team just barely could not pull off the comeback and lost 42-35. We pause now for the national anthem. Tim Brannicky, the punter for this Westminster Blue Jays team, is all set to kick off from the 35-yard line to kick off this 2019 home season for the Blue Jays. Brannicky, a sophomore, averaged about 41.3 yards per punt last week against Nebraska Wesleyan. Brannicky checks his sidelines. And we're all set to go to kick away, but just barely slipping on the last one. Ball's on the ground. Big scramble for it right at the 25-yard line. Sorry. That ball might be recovered by the Westminster Blue Jays. It is. Corey Kroll pounced on that ball after the, not sure if it was intended, squib kick. Edward Doherty, the wide receiver and the returner for Millsaps, just could not keep control of it, but Westminster will have the ball in perfect position to start off this game right at the 26-yard line. To start out this home campaign. Wyatt Ellis leads his squad out. Starting off here in the pistol with Kalen Davis behind him. Davis had a great game last week in that loss against Nebraska Wesleyan, but it's going to be a threat from Ellis early. Quick turnaround looking for Cornell Young just over his head on the curl route. It's going to bring up second down and 10 here. Young, a sophomore from St. Louis. But once again, it's Ellis in the pistol with 4 wide out. Another throw, quick screen pass this time to the left side. Jamal Martin had to just run out of bounds. Looking for the referee's spot now.
Check 12, check 12, check 12.
They'll mark it right at the 19-yard line. So a good rush, or good screen, I should say, of about 7 yards. Third down and short now. Ellis this time hands it off up the middle to Kalen Davis. Davis powering forward, diving. Maybe just being marked down right at the first down marker. We'll see where the referee spots it. It's going to be a first down for Westminster, moving the chains. As the Blue Jays are now in the red zone for the first time for this game. It's first down and 10 now from just about the 16-yard line. Pistol again with 3 wide out for Westminster. Young in motion. It's going to be another throw from Ellis. Ellis on the outrun finds Davis. Davis trying on the spin around, getting tackled right down at about the 10 or 11-yard line. So a good pickup, about 5 yards. Going to bring up second down and 5. Four wide out for Westminster now. Staying in the same pistol is Ellis. Quick pass now to the left side. It's Jamal Martin getting brought down. Fumbled actually in the backfield, being quickly recovered by Travion Mosby. So a loss of about, call it, 4 yards all the way back to the 15-yard line. Third and long coming up here for Westminster in the red zone. Westminster likes to take their time on every single huddle. Not many no huddles for this Blue Jay team. Already 3 minutes of possession for this Blue Jays team. Third down now. Play action now. Quick pass. It's complete to Mosby. Mosby trying to get into the end zone, being brought down around the 6-yard line, probably just short of the first down marker. Fourth and short. Blue Jays might be going for it here.
Coach, they just flipped it again. Now it's back to 10. They went on and then they came off. Back to 10. It's going 20.
They're going to spread it out with 4 wide. Timeout called on the field. So Millsaps takes their first timeout of the half. 11:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Fourth down and 1 when we come back for this Westminster Blue Jays team. You're listening to the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Come into this world with a purpose, to become the embodiment of everything extraordinary that lives inside of you. And fulfilling your purpose can begin today at Westminster College. We provide the intensive focus and clarity you need to take ownership of your future. This unequaled learning experience will harness the power in your purpose and embolden you to unleash it as you go out into the world. Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. The power in purpose.
We're back now. Fourth down and 1 here for this Westminster Blue Jays team. After a muffed return on the kickoff from Millsaps, Westminster had great field position starting at the 25-yard line. Here they are at the 11. Pass now. Ellis being brought down in the backfield. Can't evade. Great job by Millsaps getting there in the backfield immediately. I believe it was Reed Evans who got there, number 11, the linebacker from Spring, Texas, but Westminster falls short on their first drive. Millsaps will take over right at about the referee spots it around the 18-yard line.
Coach, I think they're going to start trying to bubble us. That's what it looks like. They're going to try and get quick stuff going and see if they can get there.
This is now the first time we see Amron Jeffrey, a quarterback for Millsaps, in this game. In the shotgun now to start off. It's going to be a throw for Jeffrey. Jeffrey looking deep now. Broken up by Westminster. Great play there in the secondary. That was the sophomore Audrey Nelson getting that ball first. Intended receiver was Brandon Stockerell, senior wide receiver, senior leader on this Millsaps Majors team. But right now it's 2nd down and 10 for Westminster. Again in the shotgun is Jeffrey. Play action now. Slant pass this time is complete. This time to Stockerell. Stockerell is going to gain around 11 yards and pick up the first down. Millsaps won their first game of the season last week against Belhaven University 28-14, putting up 181 yards through the air. This time it's a handoff to the left side. This time met almost right at the line of scrimmage is Fritz Walker III. Multi-sport running back. Had 88 yards last week against Belhaven in their win. But for now they spread it out wide. 5 wide, I should say. Jeffrey alone in the backfield. It's going to be a pass now to the right side. Looking deep this time. Is just over the head. Incomplete for Zach Henley. The big 6'4" wide receiver. But for now it's 3rd and long. On that deep fade.
Hands get loud, jump and get on your feet for a Westminster 3rd down.
Jeffrey again in the shotgun. Play action this time. Looking to the right side. Just over the head again. Too far for Henley.
Blue Jay fans, give me some noise.
So 4th down now for Millsaps. They'll bring out their punt team. Andrew Bird punting from the backfield. Two back to return for Westminster. A little shorter punt this time, and it's going to be returned. Travion Mosby, I should say. Got a good head start on it, crossing into Majors territory just barely. But once again, great field position for this Westminster Blue Jays team right there at, called about the Millsaps 47-yard line. Wyatt Ellis brings his squad out again, sophomore quarterback for this Westminster team, hoping to have a better drive than last time, even though they did start on the Millsaps 35. It's going to be a handoff this time up the middle, met before the line of scrimmage. Cameron Davis had nowhere to go, but it's going to be a loss of about 1. So 2nd down and 11 for Westminster. 9:21 left to play here in this first quarter. Three wide out for Westminster. Ellis will throw now, looking to his left side. Blocked down, batted down at the line. It's The big man Trey Butler, lineman for this major team, swatting that away. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 coming up for this Westminster team. Ellis had a good week last week against Nebraska Wesleyan, putting up 297 yards on the air and 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception on the day. Westminster nearly pulled off the comeback. We're down, I believe, 28-7 at the half. And only lost 42-35. Play action now for Ellis. Not many places to go. Finds Cornell Young up the middle. Young picks up the 1st down and deeper into Millsaps. Territory is going to be 1st down and 10, just about the 35-yard line. Four wide again. Ellis throw it again, looking to the left side, just through the hands, and incomplete, looking for Jamal Martin again. Short, speedy sophomore wide receiver from St. Louis. 2nd down and 10 now for Westminster. Ellis and the great offensive line for Westminster force and offsides against Trey Butler on the defensive line for Millsaps. Almost running right through Westminster's offensive line, mainly Will Hollingsworth, the center. There's a 5-yard penalty, so 2nd down and 5 now for this Blue Jays team. Handoff up the middle now is Davis again. Davis powering forward and diving down just around, call it the 24-yard line, right there at the 1st down marker. Player hobbling off the field now for Westminster. It's Jeremy Schneider on the line. That's going to be 3rd and short, just to not. The referee checks his clock, but the ruling was that Davis was just short of the 1st down marker, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1 now for the Blue Jays. Delayed handoff this time to Davis to the left side. Davis. Sorry, check that. It was DeQuinton Smith on the handoff to the left side. Pick up a long gain for Westminster all the way down to the 15-yard line. But this one might be coming back.
Holding, 16 Westminster. 10-yard penalty for starting foul.
It is going to be a holding against Cornell Young, the wide receiver for Westminster. Bring this ball all the way back. I'm not sure the referee even knows. as they wait to spot it. 7:24 left to play here in the first quarter. Score still 0-0 between Westminster and Millsaps. This is the second drive of the game for Westminster. The holding was downfield enough for Cornell Young, and even though it did cost him 5 yards, it will be a Blue Jays first down. Spotted just about the 24-yard line for Westminster. Knocking on the door of the red zone. In the pistol now is Wyatt Ellis. DeQuinton Smith is behind him. Quick pass now to the right side is complete. I believe that was Cornell Young again on the screen pass, gaining about 4 yards for the Blue Jays. Still bringing up second down and about 6 now. As Westminster still takes their time again. Ellis again. Quick pass to the left side is nearly picked off. Nick Granigo for this Millsaps team nearly just batted it away. Or should I say brought it in. Just couldn't bring it in though. It will bring up third down and 6 now for Westminster here in the red zone. Smith still behind Ellis in the pistol. It's going to be another throw from Ellis. This time he's looking deep. Into the corner. Westminster said touchdown. Referee. Referee said Mosby did not get his foot down, so it will be ruled incomplete, and it is fourth down now for the Blue Jays. On to kick now for Westminster. Brad Hamill was 5 for 5 last week on extra points. Did not attempt a field goal, so this is his first one of the season. The junior kicker, this one is up. Long enough and good, so Westminster strikes first here in the 2019 home opener. It took 2 drives for Westminster, both with good field position, but right now they're on the board first. Westminster 3, Millsaps 0. We're going to take a break right here. You're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
We all have goals, ambitions, something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play,
A field goal from Brad Hamill on the last possession put Westminster up 3-0 now over Millsaps. As this kick from Tim Brannicky, the other kicker on this Westminster team, is this time deep, as the last time was a squib one. All the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Millsaps will now take over at the 20-yard line. Ran 6 plays on their last drive. Actually, never mind. Referee moves it forward about 5 yards. Starting at the 25-yard line. It was a 36-yard field goal that Hamill made. So just a short chip shot that was good. The quick pass on the first play of this drive is complete. Austin Russell was a receiver, gaining about, call it 9 yards, just short of the first down on the far side of the field. But it's again Amber Jeffrey, the quarterback for Millsaps, now in the shotgun. Second man in motion now, pass again to the right side. Is complete on the flat to Carrington Wooden. Wooden did pick up the first down there. Millsaps now have it at the 40-yard line. Four wide out. Jeffrey alone in the shotgun. It's going to be another pass for Jeffrey, this time looking to the far side. Good diving catch right at about the first down marker for Zach Henley. The marker just short, just at about the 49-yard line. Second down and 1 coming up now for Millsaps. Handoff this time on the counter to Fritz Walker III, brought down in the backfield. Ben Hyman, the sophomore linebacker from Moberly, was the first one to get there, bringing him down for a tackle for loss. Hyman had 5 sacks last week against Nebraska Wesleyan, leading this Westminster team from the middle linebacker position. It's another handoff again to the left side for Fritz Walker. Walker breaks a couple of tackles, gains a first down, and a little more into Blue Jays territory before being knocked out of bounds at around the 36-yard line. Good open field hit there for Westminster by number 19, Aubrey Nelson, the strong safety. But Majors now in Blue Jays territory for the first time this game. 3:46 up to play in the first quarter. Still trailing by 3. It's going to be a throw this time from Jeffrey, though. Under pressure, looking deep into the end zone. Is picked off by Westminster. Easton Hanks, the cornerback for Westminster, brings it down at the 1-yard line. The sophomore from Ozark, Missouri, had an interception last week, and now 2 in a row. 2 on the season for Easton Hanks. And this Westminster defense coming up big after giving up the long run. Now for the third drive of the game for this Blue Jays team, they'll have it at the 1-yard, at their own 1-yard line. We'll see if they still line up in the pistol like they have all game. They will. It's Wyatt Ellis now with DeQuinton Smith behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Smith to the right side. Met in the backfield, brought down for a safety for Millsaps. What a play by this Millsaps defense. Drew Hopkins was the one who met Smith in the backfield immediately. After the interception from Easton Hanks for Westminster at the 1 yard line. Millsaps counter with a safety. They get on the board first for this game. 3-2 is now the score between these two teams. 3:30 left to play here in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Come into this world with a purpose, to become the embodiment of everything extraordinary that lives inside of you. And fulfilling your purpose can begin today at Westminster College. We provide the intensive focus and clarity you need to take ownership of your future. This unequaled learning experience will harness the power in your purpose and embolden you to unleash it as you go out into the world. Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. The power in purpose.
A 1 yard sack on the last play from Millsaps, from Drew Hopkins, a junior linebacker from Grayson, Georgia. Put Millsaps on the board. 2-3 now they trail Westminster. And Westminster now forced to kick it off to them from their own 20. It's going to be Tim Brannigan again for his third kickoff of the game. First one was a squib down the middle that was muffed and recovered by Westminster. Second one was deep into the end zone for a touchback. The third one is deep again, but returnable for Millsaps. It's going to be Hunter Tabor for Millsaps breaking forward. Good recovery, but fumbles it again. It's on the ground. Big scramble for it. Millsaps does recover it there. Another scare. This time they jump right on it. It was number 31, Christopher Butler, the freshman, for this Majors team to pounce right on that. So now the Majors, after the good return, will have it at the, call it their own 42-yard line. And Amron Jeffrey, after throwing a pick on his last throw, hands it off this time to Fritz Walker. Walker with a good bit of a run, being tackled down at their own 49-yard line. Another good open tackle by Ben Hyman. Clock ticking down to just about 3 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. It's Jeffrey again from the shotgun. Another handoff to Walker. Good juke in the backfield and good pickup of more yards, powering forward to the 45-yard line in Blue Jay territory, enough for a first down for Millsaps. Fritz Walker, in addition to playing football, is also a baseball and track runner. As well as long jump and triple jump in high school. This run this time is brought down right at the line of scrimmage again. Walker going nowhere. Good tackle there by, it was Hyman again and Damon Martin. So it's second down now and called about 9 for the Majors. Throw this time for Jeffrey, looking to the left side, nearly picked off again. That would have been 2 in a row for Jeffrey. Jashad Moore, the sophomore cornerback for Westminster. Got both hands on it, just could not bring it in, but it's going to be third down and 9 for Millsaps. Jeffrey throwing again this time on the mid-screen, just too short. There's a flag in the backfield, though. Austin Russell diving to catch it, just could not.
Personal foul. Roughing the quarterback. Westminster. 15-yard penalty. First down.
But the penalty in the backfield. The roughing the passer against Westminster pushes Millsaps even further into Blue Jay territory. That's a poor one to give up on that play, especially with so much pressure on the intended wide receiver. Millsaps now have first down and 10 from the Westminster 30-yard line. Handoff this time, it's Walker again breaking through the line of scrimmage and diving forward into the red zone is enough for a first down right at the 18-yard line. 1:28 left to play in this first quarter. Millsaps now going no huddle. Jeffrey with 4 wide out this time. Hand out to the right side. It's Walker again. Walker has a bit of room in front of him. Another open field tackle. Saving was almost a sure touchdown for Fritz Walker. Easton Hanks was the one to wrap him up. But it was still a good 5-yard run for Walker. And second down and 5 now at the 13-yard line. Jeffrey will throw this time. Quick pass is complete and into the end zone. Touchdown for Millsaps. Austin Russell, the junior wide receiver on the slant route, takes the lead for the first time for Millsaps. A 13 or 14-yard completed pass from Jeffrey to Russell. 26.6 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Score now stands Millsaps 8, Westminster 3. Millsaps now keeping their offense on the field to go for it. Looking to make it 10 in a touchdown game. Smart play. Handoff on the counter. It's Walker. Walker powering forward. Met right at the line. And he's going to be marked down short. Fantastic hit and fantastic tackle on the line by Bo Thompson. Saving the 2-point conversion and saving the touchdown lead for Millsaps. But no matter, Russell did get in the end zone on the 13-yard reception. It's now 8-3. Millsaps leading over Westminster. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
We all have goals, ambitions, something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play or working around the clock on a big project. Challenges bring the best part of us to the surface.
We're back now after that touchdown. 13-yard reception for Austin Russell. And the kick is a high one for Millsaps, their first kick of the game, and it is returnable for Westminster. It's Damon Martin, the defensive back, with the fancy footwork, getting all the way to the 36-yard line, giving Westminster much better field position than they did on their last drive, which started at the 1 and ended in a safety. 20 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Wyatt Ellis on the day is 6 for 11 passing for 34 yards. all coming from the pistol. Fleetwood in motion. It's a pitch now to Fleetwood. Fleetwood has a bit of space being brought down from behind at the 40-yard line. Good pickup, about 4 yards. Good tackle by Edgar Janis II. To wrap him up. Clock ticking all the way down now. 2-0, which ends the first quarter of play here from Muller Stadium. The first game this year on the season. Millsaps leading Westminster 8-3 here at the quarter break. Westminster will have it at their own 40-yard line when we come back. You're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Come into this world with a purpose, to become the embodiment of everything extraordinary that lives inside of you. And fulfilling your purpose can begin today at Westminster College. We provide the intensive focus and clarity you need to take ownership of your future. This unequaled learning experience will harness the power in your purpose and embolden you to unleash it as you go out into the world. Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. The power in purpose.
We're back now to start the second quarter of play here in Fulton, Missouri. My name is Will Nolte, providing play-by-play commentary for this one. Westminster has it. Second down on their own 40. Ellis dropped the snap and try to hand it off to DeQuinton Smith right behind him. It's going to result in a loss and third down and very long now for Westminster. Four wide out now for Westminster. Third down. Need to get all the way to their own 48-yard line. It's going to be a pass from Ellis dancing around the backfield. He's going to take it and run with it on his own, getting hit and brought down at just about the first down marker. Probably just short. I think the referee's marking him right there at the 46. A punt team is coming out for Westminster on this fourth down. Hunter Tabor now back to return for Millsaps. Tim Brannicky set to punt. Is a very, very high one. Tabor muffs it again. It's on the ground. Third special teams error on the day for Millsaps. But they do end up recovering this one. And we'll have it right there at about the, call it their own 18-yard line. Jeffrey coming out onto the field again. 5 for 10 on the day so far. 47 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for him. Walker right next to him also with 47 yards, but this on the ground, averaging 0.9 a carry. Play action now, and pass is complete this time. And pick up a first down is Brandon Stockerell, the senior wide receiver, on the slant route. That's Stockerell's second on the day. Went for a good 13 yards. First down and 10 again. Another play action this time. This time pass is not complete. Looking for Stockerell again. Carrington Wooden now in the backfield for Millsaps. It's going to be a handoff to him to the left side. Wooden has it. Being hit very hard at the 32-yard line and brought down by Westminster. Hyman and Dakota Jacobek for Westminster on the stop. Third down and 8 now for the Majors.
For Blue Jays, third down.
Jeffrey will pass now. Pass is complete to Russell. Russell with a stiff arm and getting knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line, enough for Millsaps' first down. And again, they're going no huddle. Russell was one who caught the touchdown pass on a similar route. Screen pass this time out to the wide is complete but brought down. Stockerell had nowhere to go. Bo Thompson with a great open field tackle right at the line of scrimmage can bring up second down and 10. Quick pass this time to the right side, complete to Russell for Jeffrey. Staying on his feet, can't be brought down, eventually diving forward, short of the first down marker. Third down and 1 coming up with great footwork by Austin Russell on his 4th catch of the day to gain more yards after the first hit. Third down in the shotgun. Handoff to Wooden to the right side. Wooden being hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. I think diving forward even. Referee initially marks him just short. It is 4th down and 1 now for Millsaps, and the offense is staying on the field. 10:30 left to play in the first half now. Millsaps still leads 8-3. But trips to the right, none to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Wooden again up the middle. This time he's going to be dive forward enough to gain a Millsaps first down and into Blue Jay territory. Was Wooden's 3rd rush on this drive. Total of 4 yards, but each time enough to pick up a first down for this Millsaps team. Play action now for Jeffrey. He's looking deep. He wants Russell in the end zone. Just overthrown, though. Russell had his man beat and was streaking into the end zone. Jeffrey just overthrew him. Would have been a surefire touchdown, but right now it's 2nd down and 10 at the Blue Jays' 44-yard line. 3 wide now for Millsaps as a run to Woodington again. He's going to cut to the right side, break a tackle, and gain only about 2 or 3 yards. So we're going to have 3rd down and about 7. Third down of the drive for Westminster. Or for Millsaps, I should say. It's going to be a pass from Jeffrey this time. On the turnaround is complete. Jean Bourgeois has it as knocked in the bounds deep into Blue Jay territory. At about the 27, 26 yard line to be exact. That was Bourgeois' first catch of the day. Junior wide receiver from Sulphur, Louisiana. Walker back into the game this time. Now sharing the backfield with Wooden, who's held it this entire game. Wooden motion though to the left side. Fake screen. Screen up the middle now is complete. Fritz Walker has it, picking up a first down and more. Flag thrown. They're deep, but Walker is going to get a good gain all the way down to the Blue Jay, about 12-yard line. See what the referee has to say.
Holding, number 12, Millsaps. 10-yard penalty for stopping foul. Still 1st down.
The holding call is going to bring it back. But still going to be a 1st down now for Millsaps. They'll spot it just about where it was before, the 27-yard line. Got a 1st down and 8. Hand off to Fritz Walker up the middle. Walker breaking a few tackles, picking up the 1st down again, and before eventually being brought down at the 18. Not the 18, actually, the 10-yard line, I should say. Millsaps knocking on the door again. 1st down and goal. Play action. Quick play to the right side. It's Fritz Walker, the 3rd, getting into the end zone out the touchdown pass on the flat route. 2nd touchdown pass of the day for Amron Jeffrey. Goes for 10 yards. Millsaps now have 14. Kicker is on the field for this one to make it 15. And Hunter Seller does put one up and wide to the right. So it is no good. Millsaps no. Getting on the board again for this time. A 10-yard pass from Amron Jeffrey to Fritz Walker. Puts them up now 14-3 over Westminster. 7:59 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. We'll be right back after this break here on the Blue Jay Sports Network. Andrew Bird set to kick it away from his own 35 for Millsaps. This one is a deep line drive. It's going to have to be returned by Jamal Martin. Martin cutting to the right side. Can't get too far, though, being brought down deep into Westminster territory. Referee will mark it down right at about the 15-yard line for the Blue Jays. As Martin couldn't get all on the return, just barely muffed it a tiny bit. But by that time, it was nearly too late. First down and 10 now for Westminster. It's going to be a delayed handoff. Actually, a read option this time. Ellis will keep it up to the right side. A very good gain of about 13 yards. Picking up another first down for Westminster and giving them a bit of breathing room.
For a Blue Jay first down.
That was Ellis's second rush on the day. First intentional one, though. Both ones picked up a first down. Here he is in the pistol again. Play action now. Under pressure, he's throwing it deep this time into pressure. Just incomplete, though. Flag is thrown right there at the 40-yard line. Therese Grant on the coverage for Millsap. It's going to be a pass interference. Still waiting on who. Based on body language, I believe it will be against Westminster, though.
Offensive pass interference. 15 Westminster.
And it is.
50, half the distance to the goal, still now.
It's a very, very, very long penalty now for Westminster, pushing them back. All the way back to their own 15 where they started this drive. Referees took their time setting the ball. Right now it's first down. About 30 for Westminster. Delayed handoff to the right side this time. It's to Quentin Smith. Very good gain all the way to the 30-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Flag in around the 18-yard line, though. And Westminster's backing themselves up again.
Holding on the offense. 57. Half the distance to the goal, still first down.
It is going to be a holding again on Westminster. Demetrius O'Neill called for this one. Brought back all the way to their own 9-yard line. It is still first down, though, for Westminster. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Need to get to the 39 for a first down. Handoff this time is brought down right at the line of scrimmage, though. So penalties just killing Westminster so far on this drive. I believe Smith did pick up about 2 or 3 yards, getting all the way to the 10 or 11 yard line. So we bring up second down and 30 now. Low snap is fumbled, picked up by Ellis. And Ellis' throw is complete this time, though. Alec Fleetwood wasn't who brought it down on the dive. Down at the 19-yard line. Like I said, Blue Jays need to get to the 39-yard line, so it's bring up third down and about 20 for Westminster. On the jet sweep to the right side, it is Jamal Martin. Couldn't get around the edge and being brought down at the line of scrimmage. Fourth down now for the Blue Jays and the punt team coming out. So Tim Brannicky now set to punt it. He's lined up at his own 5. Punt is away, is a little short one. And takes a good Millsaps bounce. Before being pushed out of bounds, referees will spot it into Westminster territory just at about the Blue Jays' 39-yard line. 4:18 left to play in this second quarter. And Jeffrey now leading his team. 2 touchdown passes on the day for Amron Jeffrey. Last one was a 10-yard on the flat to this man right here, Fritz Walker. Handoff to Walker this time, though. Is a good gain of about 8 yards. Second down and now and just about 3.
Bo Thompson on the tackle.
For Millsaps. Throw this time for Jeffrey. It's complete. It's Russell. Russell getting around the edge, breaking a few tackles. And being knocked out of bounds in the Westminster red zone. Ball spotted just at about the 13-yard line, so Millsaps knocking on the door again. As they go no huddle. Pass into the end zone this time is just over the head of Russell. Couldn't bring it in. He was wide open there. I think it might have hit both of his hands right there in the end zone on the slant route.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
But the penalty flag does give them 5 yards. offside against Westminster, against Clayton Bristol, the nose tackle. So first down now and 5 for Millsaps. He's into the end zone. There's Carrington Woodington on the run there. From the backfield. On about the 5-yard or 7-yard run. 2-point conversion now is a fade. Broken up, incomplete, but Westminster can't stop Millsaps on the 3rd drive in a row. 20 straight points now. 3 touchdowns and a safety. For Millsaps has them at 20-3. 2:58 left to play here in the second quarter. You're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. A 7-yard rush from Carrington Wooden on the last play. Gave Millsaps 6 points and 20 in total on the day. Under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Westminster will have it at their own 25 after the touchback. Penalties killing this Westminster team on the last drive, pushing them all the way back inside their own 10. It was first down and just about 32 at one point. A little bit of breathing room here, though, for the Blue Jays. They have it first down and 10 now at their own 25. Ellis screens to the right side, is brought down in the backfield. DeQuinn Smith had nowhere to go. Great tackle in the backfield by Donovan Johnson.
Timeout. Their second half.
Millsaps takes their second timeout of the half. After the loss of yards, 2:44 left to play here in the second quarter. It'll be second down and long now when we come back here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. A quick timeout there from Millsaps. Has second down and about 14 now for Westminster. Another quick pass to the right side. complete as Cornell Young getting past the 30-yard line. For 3rd down and 4 on the 10-yard reception.
Timeout. Millsaps.
Millsaps takes their 3rd timeout and final one of the half. Thinking if they get a stop here, they'll have enough time for another score before halftime to have all the momentum. We're going to take another break here. You're listening to Westminster Football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Third down and just about 3 yards, I'd say, for Westminster. It's going to be a quick throw to the right side. Alec Fleetwood couldn't bring it in. Broken up by Millsaps. And it's going to be 4th down and the punt team coming out for Westminster after they go 3 and out. Millsaps have no timeout left, but they do have 2:34 to do what they can before halftime. Westminster will get the ball to start the half, though. As Fritz Walker is back to return for the Majors. High snap. Brannicky sends another high one. Walker has to back up all the way and calls a fair catch at his own 23-yard line, 24-yard lines where the referee spots it. Like I said, Millsaps will just have about 2.5 minutes to continue their momentum. 20 straight points for this Millsaps team. The last drive ended in a 5-yard run by Carrington Wooden into the corner of the end zone for his first touchdown on the day. And on the season for the freshman running back, actually his first college touchdown in general. This one's a throw, though. Looking deep for Russell. Incomplete over his head. No flags there. Jeffrey just put one up into double coverage for his big wide receiver, Austin Russell, to go get. 2nd down and 10 now from the 24-yard line. It's going to be another throw. This one to the right side is complete. Zach Henley is brought down right at the 1st down marker. Just enough to move the chains. Clock still ticking as they go, no huddle. Quick pass now. To the right side, almost deflected at the line. Second down and 10 again now for Millsaps. Jeffrey will throw again. This time looking pump faking to the right side. Will throw at the line of scrimmage and just too high for Henley. He threw it right at the line of scrimmage. No flag though.
Third down. Get loud and get up, guys.
3rd and 10 now for Millsaps. Jeffrey sends Hayes in motion. Jeffrey throwing again this time. This one is complete. Stockerell has it at the 50-yard line, knocked out of bounds for a Millsaps first down right at midfield. 1:43 left to play on the first half clock. Major's trying to go quickly. Another throw from Jeffrey. This time over the middle is complete this time. Hunter Tabor on the streaking route, on the post route actually across the field. All the way down to the Westminster 22-yard line. It's first down and 10 again. Quick pass this time. Also complete to Tabor. He'll only pick up about 2. Just couldn't get out of bounds. The clock will keep ticking now at 1:20.
Number 35, Ratchatelli on the tackle.
So it's second down. Called about 8. Jeffrey will throw again on second down. Not many options, not many pressure in the backfield. He has to throw one away out of bounds and bring up third down. Ball at the 20-yard line. Third down and 10 now. Not much of a kicking game for this Millsaps team, so it could still be 4-down territory for the Majors. Jeffrey looking to throw again. Has Russell over the center of the field, being brought down inside the 5. Enough for a first down for the Majors. First and goal now. Clock ticking just under a minute now. Jeffrey still in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff up the middle this time. Fritz Walker being met and tackled down. Couple words being exchanged between the two teams at the line of scrimmage. But second down and goal. Clock ticking now at 30 seconds to go. And Jeffrey spiked it to stop it. Millsaps 6 for 8 on the day on third down. This one's a fade into the back of the end zone as a flag is thrown. It is incomplete, though. Zach Henley, the junior 6'4" wide receiver from Canton, Georgia, was the intended receiver.
Defensive pass interference.
But it's going to be coming back
85 defense.
against this Westminster team.
Ball placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Sergio Carrillo was one called for pass interference against Westminster. First down and goal at the 2-yard line. Quick pass again into the end zone. Carrillo is able to break this one up cleanly. We have second down and goal from the 2 with 20 seconds to go in the half. Three wide out now for Jeffrey. Is a quick throw, nearly intercepted, but batted away. Westminster trying to say they didn't intercept that. Referee's still debating whether he did. Was a dive for it in the end zone. They're going to say It did fall incomplete and just hit the ground before. I didn't get a number or name on that one, but he was able to get to it. 3rd down and goal now for Millsaps. Quick pass again. It's a fade into the left corner of the end zone. Was caught. Did he get a foot down? I believe so. He did. It's going to be another touchdown for Millsaps. They're 4th on the day. A 2-yard pass from Jeffrey, and they're going for the 2-point conversion now. Jeffrey in the shotgun again. Sending Russell in motion. He's going to roll to his left now. Pass complete into the end zone. 2-point conversion for the first time today is converted. So now it makes it 28 Millsaps, 3 for Westminster. 10 seconds to go in the half. Enough for maybe a kickoff and a kneel down. When we come back after this break, you're listening to Westminster football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play,
Austin Russell caught his 2nd touchdown pass of the day. 2 yards. It is squibbed, though, by Millsaps. Takes a high bounce over the top of every single Blue Jay. He'll be to return from the 2-yard line. Damon Martin was knocked out of bounds over there, deep into Westminster territory, just around his own 10-yard line. 5 seconds left to go on this first half clock. Three defensive backs deep for Millsaps. Four wide out for Westminster. It is going to be a handoff up the middle, though, met at the line of scrimmage. Which is going to bring an end to this first half of play here from Fulton. There's a scrum on the field, though, between a couple players from each team. It has been getting chippy, but multiple flags being thrown now from the referee. I count maybe 4 or 5 yellow laundry bags on the field as halftime has expired. Millsaps heading to the locker room. They don't want to hear all the flags called. Didn't see exactly who started it. Maybe a late shove from either team initiated it, but it was, again, a little chippy towards the last 5 minutes of this game. But that does bring up halftime here now in Fulton. 28 straight points for the visitors. Millsaps And only 3 points to Westminster's name brings us to halftime, 28-3 to score. We'll see you for the start of the second half of play here at Muller Stadium when we come back after this break. You're listening to Westminster Football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play or working around the clock on a big project. Challenges bring the best part of us to the surface. When Westminster Hall burned down in 1909, the college turned a disastrous event into a proud tradition. Each year, new students and graduates passed through the columns that survived the fire. Over the years, the Spirit has served us well as we worked to become an institution that provided a transformative education. Westminster's prestige became known well beyond Fulton, as we were selected as the site for one of the most pivotal addresses of the 20th century. So, how do we go from success to significance? Drawing from our storied past, we will redouble our efforts to make Westminster one of the premier liberal arts colleges in the country. We will challenge our faculty to foster intellectual curiosity and excellence among our students. Students come to Westminster to learn how to become leaders, and faculty play a key role in igniting their passion for learning. We will challenge the students to think not only about their coursework, but also about their place on a global scale. And as a college community, we will challenge ourselves to constantly ask, how can we make this special place even better? Westminster College has a celebrated history and tradition of success. It's time to do something significant. Something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play or working around the clock on a big project. Challenges bring the best part of us to the surface. When Westminster Hall burned down in 1909, the college turned a disastrous event into a proud tradition. Each year, new students and graduates passed through the columns that survived the fire. Over the years, the Spirit has served us well as we worked to become an institution that provided a transformative education. Westminster's prestige became known well beyond Fulton, as we were selected as the site for one of the most pivotal addresses of the 20th century. So, how do we go from success to significance? Drawing from our storied past, we will redouble our efforts to make Westminster one of the premier liberal arts colleges in the country. We will challenge our faculty to foster intellectual curiosity and excellence among our students. Students come to Westminster to learn how to become leaders, and faculty play a key role in igniting their passion for learning. We will challenge the students to think not only about their coursework, but also about their place on a global scale. And as a college community, we will challenge ourselves to constantly ask, how can we make this special place even better? Westminster College has a celebrated history and tradition of success. It's time to do something significant.
Second half of play starts here, and after the scuffle, or should I say fight, at the end of the first half, 3 Westminster players were ejected. I'll have their names in a second, but Millsaps just kicking it off there from their Westminster 20-yard line, and smart onside kick just bounces out of bounds. That's probably not what the scenario Millsaps wanted to happen on the onside kick. The 3 ejected Westminster players at the end of the half were number 25, David Young, the sophomore defensive back from St. Louis. Number 57, offensive lineman Demetrius O'Neill, sophomore also from St. Louis, as well as lineman Jeremy Schneider, a senior from Warrenton, Missouri, for this Blue Jays team. Head coach John Welty just having a word with the referee at the 20-yard line. Millsaps now leading Westminster 28-3, 28 straight points to end the half. A safety and 4 touchdowns for this Majors team. And 3 touchdown passes for their quarterback, Amron Jeffrey, on the day. Jeffrey doing well, 18 for 32. 3 touchdowns and an interception, and 198 yards in one half for the sophomore quarterback from Richmond, Texas. But right now, it's the Blue Jays with the ball on their own 12-yard line, lining up the pistol as they have all game. It's Wyatt Ellis. Ellis, quick pass to the right side is complete now to Alec Fleetwood, just gaining about 2 yards, being wrapped up and down. Ellis is 11 for 17 on the day with 55 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions for him. This isn't too far from the deficit the Blue Jays faced at the end of the half last week against Nebraska Wesleyan, which was 28-7. That game ended 42-35. To give hope to any Blue Jays team, it still was a loss, but Westminster nearly pulled off the comeback. Pistol formation again for Ellis. It's a low snap, fumbled on the ground. He'll have to take it himself and will be sacked in the backfield at about the forward progress. Puts him at the 10-yard line, so he'll bring up 3rd down and about 13. Probably a passing down for the Blue Jays. Four wide out now for Westminster. And DeQuinton Smith behind Ellis in the pistol. A swimming pass from Ellis. Ellis looking deep now. Just overthrown. Could not hit Travion Mosby, the freshman wide receiver. So it's bringing a 4th down on the 3 and out from Westminster. Tim Brannicky coming out again to punt, this time from his own end zone. And Hunter Tabor back to return at the 50. High snap, just Brannicky just brings it down. We're setting a very, very long punt. That's muffed. Tabor will kneel it down though right at his own 42-yard line, which is where Millsaps will take over possession. First drive of this half not going the way Westminster wanting to. Only taking about, say, 2 minutes off the clock. and losing 3 yards. Three wide out now for Millsaps to Jeffrey's right. And Fritz Walker in the backfield with him. It's going to be a throw. Looking to be a screen pass. Walker has it. It's going to gain only about 2 yards before being tackled out of bounds. That's Walker's second reception of the day. The first one he had was a 10-yard touchdown in the second quarter. But this one only gained 2 yards and did not pick up a touchdown for Millsaps. Second down and 8 now. It's going to be a handoff to Walker this time. He's going to be brought down just about a yard after the line of scrimmage. So third down and 7 coming up right at the Millsaps 46-yard line.
Get loud, jump around for the Blue Jays. Third down.
And the Majors bring 4 wide out. Pass this time. Quick one is complete to Austin Russell. Picks up the first down on the out route into Westminster territory. Pushed out of bounds just at about the Blue Jay 47-yard line. Jeffrey again for the shotgun. He's going to take his time to find the play. He'll pass again. This time he's looking deep. He's looking for Russell. Nearly intercepted, but batted away. Damon Martin on the coverage from that. The highly athletic bat away. Martin standing at just 5'8", batting that ball away from the 6'1" Austin Russell. Second down and 10. It's going to be handoff to the left side this time. Fritz Walker trying to get around the edge, just cannot. Maybe gain a yard. Brings up third down and about, call it 10 again. 12 minutes left to play in the third quarter.
Third down.
Play action now. Jeffrey looking over the middle. It's caught. Brandon Stockrell has it at the 22-yard line, just knocking on the door of the Blue Jays red zone, but a fantastic diving catch from the senior wide receiver and a great throw over the middle from Jeffrey. Jeffrey again will throw. Pump fake, now looking to the end zone. He's looking for Henley, just overthrown. Zach Henley, 6'4", just couldn't bring it in.
Pass intended for number 13, Henry, incomplete.
Second down and 10 now for this Millsaps team. Play action. Quick throw again. Russell has it this time. A big hit after the first down in the Blue Jays red zone. By number 19, Aubrey Nelson, the safety for this Westminster team. First and goal now from the 9 for Millsaps. Jeffrey. Play action. Pass on the left side. Fritz Walker has it and be knocked out of bounds around the 2-yard line, so a good pickup of about 7 yards. The pass to the running back. Two in the backfield now for Millsaps. It's Wooden and Walker. Alongside Jeffrey. Quick pass again into the end zone is dropped on the ground. Maybe a little too low for Nick Hayes, the wide receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Fans get loud, jump around for the Blue Jays. 3rd down. I want to hear you guys.
Millsaps taking their time now. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Now down to 5. Jeffrey gets it off in time. It's going to be passed to the back of the end zone. Looking for Stockrell again. It's batted away. More great defense from Damon Martin. And a good goal line. Stop brings up 4th down, but I think the offense might be staying on the field for Millsaps. They are. So 4th down now and goal from the 2-yard line. Play clock again down to 10 seconds. Now down to 2. Playoff again. Looking for Russell in the back of the end zone. He brings it down. Did he get a foot down? Referee says yes. Touchdown for Millsaps. The 3rd one on the day, I believe, for Russell. And I'm correct. 3 touchdowns now for Austin Russell, on this time on a goal line fade to the back of the end zone. Using that big frame to bring in the touchdown. 100 yards now receiving for Austin Russell on the day. Averaging about 11 yards per catch. But this one's only good for 2. That's all he needed. Hunter Sellen now on for the kick. Missed his first extra point. They tried earlier in the game, but this one is good. 35-3 now for Millsaps over Westminster. 10:23 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We're going to be right back after this break here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Come into
A 2-yard touchdown catch for Austin Russell. Puts 35 on the board for Millsaps. This kick is a high one to return. It's Brandon Carbray for Westminster, taking it all the way to about the 29-yard line. Or Westminster will start their 2nd drive of the half. First one, they went 3 and out. pistol formation again for this Blue Jays team. Low snap. Hand up the middle is met at the line of scrimmage. DeQuinn Smith had nowhere to go. Brings up second down and 10 from the 29. Only 2 wide out now for Westminster this time. It'll be a pass, though. Ellis looking deep. Looking for Cornell. Young gets caught. Did he get a foot down? No, the referee says just out of bounds. Bring up third down and 10 for the Blue Jays. It was a good catch, though, by Young to bring that down in double coverage. Just barely could not get that foot in bounds, or all the way in bounds. Totten in motion. It's going to be another pass. This one is completed, I think, just short of the first down marker, though. For Travion Mosbury, 4th down and 3. As the punt team comes back onto the field for Westminster. Tim Brannicky again. Averaging 53 per punt. This was a high one, nearly blocked, but he does get it away. It's actually set very high for Walker. This one is fair caught, though, right at the about 20-yard line for Millsaps. We're going to take over for their second drive of the half. .39 left to play in the third quarter. Jeffrey now in the backfield. 24 for 42 on the day. This one's going to be a handoff to Carrington Wooden, who finds a hole up the middle. Wooden trying to be spun down, but is going to be brought down just at about the 27-yard line for a gain of about 8. Millsaps have matched their score from this matchup last year, which they won 35-0. Westminster does have 3 over their score from last year. But still trailing. Another handoff to Wooden is enough for a first down and a little more. And all the way to the 37-yard line for about a gain of 10 yards. So first down now and 10 from the 37 for Millsaps. It's a handoff to Woodington again. Met in the backfield, but picking up a little more. Flag thrown after a couple missed tackles from Carrington Wooden, but what a job with his footwork to pick up much extra on after the initial hit. But it is coming back after Colby Leary is called for a holding. Junior lineman from Oxford, Mississippi. It's still first down, though, for Millsaps. First and 20. This was a deep pass just over the head of Jean Bourgeois. Good coverage, though, by Hanks. Defensive back for Westminster. Doesn't have an interception to his name earlier in the first quarter. So second down and 20 now. Another pass this time. Pump fake. Pass this time is complete to Bourgeois. And he's going to be met and brought down after a gain of about 9 yards. So third down and 11 coming up after the reception from Jean Bourgeois.
Blue Jay fans, get up, get loud, jump around for a Blue Jay third down.
Trips to the right for Amron Jeffrey. One to the left. Play action now. Jeffrey, not many options. Having a little pressure in the backfield. Has to throw this one away out of bounds. Brings up fourth down. The Blue Jays finally get a stop on defense.
Good job to the Blue Jays for their 5
Punter coming out on the field now. Andrew Bird, a junior from Yazoo City, Mississippi. Two backs to return for Westminster. Travion Mosby is going to let this one take a bounce. It takes a good Blue Jays bounce and out of bounds around their own 39-yard line, call it 40-yard line, which is will to take over. 6:20 left to play in the third quarter. Wyatt Ellis now is 13 for 21 in the day for 71 yards. That's doing better than his running backs, who totally only have about 7 yards to their name. Kalen Davis and DeQuinn Smith is Smith behind Ellis this time. He'll throw. Looking to the left side, looking deep for Young. Young can't bring it down on the left side. Into his hands, bring us a second down and 10, all the way back at the 40. Cornell Young is the leading wide receiver on this team on the day. 3 receptions for a total of 30 yards. That one was looking for about 40 or 45. Had he brought it in. Second down for the Blue Jays. Pass this time is over the head of Matt Huffman. Brings up third down again. Huffman, the sophomore wide receiver from Mexico, Missouri. But for now, it's third down for the Blue Jays. 3 of 10 on the day are the Blue Jays on third down. Hoping to make it 4 for 11 on the day on this one. It's another pass aside. Ellis under pressure, he'll take off. Being brought down from behind, only gaining about 3 yards. A good chase down tackle by Dylan Cross, senior linebacker. for Millsaps. And again, Tim Brannike's coming out to punt it away for Westminster. Snap is good. Brannike sends one away. This is a deep one. Walker calls fair catch and has it at his own about 13-yard line, which is where the Majors will take over for this drive. 5:21 left to play. In the third quarter.
Holding 31 for the kicking team. A 10-yard penalty to enforce at the end of the kick. Stop.
So a holding call against Westminster, against Dominic Licamelli. Pushes Millsaps 10 yards further from where they were. Referee's still deciding where that might be. And it should be around the about 24-yard line, I'd say. That's where they spot it. First and 10 now for Millsaps. It's going to be a handoff to Wooden this time. Wooden only getting about 3 or 4 yards. Now second down and about 6. In the hands again for Carrington Wooden. Wooden this time trying to break through on the left side is enough for a first down, though, after the gain of about 6. Different man in the backfield now. It's a handoff, this time to the left side, excuse me. But Montreal Felix is met in the backfield immediately on his first touch of the game. Second down and 10 as he did make it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick throw now to the right side is Bourgeois with the carry. And Bourgeois breaks a tackle for being knocked out of bounds. Just a yard short of the first down marker.
Illegal top block on the offense. 66 and 55. Penalty enforced from the previous spot.
This one is coming back, though, as a chop block is called against Millsaps. From the original line of scrimmage. So this is going to push them back very, very far deeper into their own territory. Ball is spotted right at the 20-yard line. It will still be second down. Second and about 30. It's need to get to the 45 for a first down. This was a throw, though, far over Bourgeois' head, right to the 45-yard line. So 3rd and 30 now, with 3:30 left to play in the third.
Fans get loud, jump around for the Blue Jays. 3rd down.
Four wide out now for Millsaps. Cameron Jeffrey will throw again. This time rolling to his right side, being chased down, now looking deep. And it's intercepted. Adam Hinson on the coverage. Flag thrown, though, as Brian McGowan took a tumble. This one might be coming back.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic down.
And Hinson will be called for a pass interference. Ball being spotted now at the 35-yard line. And it gives Millsaps a first down after the 3rd and 30 on the last play. Hand off to Wooden to the left side, though. Not many places to go. Does break a tackle in the backfield. Trying to get around the edge to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock ticking down now, under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Millsaps still up 35-3. For second down and 10 for the Majors. This one's a hand up the middle this time. Gaining about 5 yards for Wooden. Substitutions comes in. This time it's Chris Chandler in the backfield. Running back position. This was a throw, though. Complete for Jeffrey. J.D. Cook was in wide receiver, pick up the first down now. .62 sophomore from Clinton, Louisiana. This was a handoff, though, to the left side for Chandler. And Chandler's going to carry a few Blue Jays on his back and be brought down. Flag on the field on the near side, right about the 50-yard line.
Legal formation on the offense. Now all 11 players are set. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
The illegal formation penalty for Millsaps pushes them back into their own territory. Second down and 15. And Jeffrey's still in the backfield. It's It's going to be another handoff to Chandler on the left side this time. Finds a hole up the middle and gains about 6 yards. Brought down just at about the 50-yard line. Second and 9 coming up for the Millsaps Majors. Another handoff this time to Chandler. Ball's on the ground now after the tackle. It is a live fumble. A very big pile up at midfield. Westminster recovers it at midfield, having the ball back with 39 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A good strip on the ball and a good recover by Westminster. Jordan Lewis was the one on the tackle, stripping Chandler, the freshman running back. In just his third carry of college ball, fumbling in it. Here's Wyatt Ellis again. Pitch to the left side now. DeQuinton Smith has nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage again. Second down and 10. That's going to bring an end to the third quarter of play here. Still only 3 points on the board for the Westminster Blue Jays. 35 for the Millsaps Majors. We're going to take a break here now for the quarter break and be right back after this for the start of the fourth quarter here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Something that drives us to be great. And with any goal, there are challenges. But challenges can be blessings. Challenges can inspire you to do something extraordinary, whether it's digging deep to make one more play or working around the clock on a big project. Challenges bring the best part of us to the surface.
We're back now for the start of the fourth quarter of play here from Muller Stadium in Fulton, Missouri. My name is Will Nolte on the call for this one. Second down and 10 for Westminster. Ellis will throw now over the middle. Huffman can't complete it, and a late flag thrown. To the pre-hit, there is a Millsaps player down on the ground in the backfield at the 40-yard line. This is going to be a pass interference against the Majors. Give the Blue Jays a few more yards.
Defensive interference. Defense, number 1. The ball we played, final foul, first down.
So after the penalty, Westminster will have the ball right at about the 40-yard line in Millsaps territory. As Mikhail Massey is still on the ground for Millsaps. As the trainers get him up. A 1st and 10 now from the 40-yard line for Westminster. Wyatt Ellis, quarterback for Westminster, on the read action is going to keep it. To the left side is going to pick up about 3 yards before being tackled down. And a late flag thrown for the hit after the whistle. Two penalties in a row for Millsaps is going to push Westminster further and further into the majors territory.
Dead ball. Personal foul defense, number 31. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Westminster will now have it at the 25-yard line. Excuse me, even further down to the 21-yard line. In other Blue Jays news, the women's volleyball team played at Whitman this morning. They pulled off the 3-1 win over Whitman. But Westminster now knocking on the door, looking for their first touchdown of the game. Now at the 21-yard line. Ellis will throw. Looking fade into the end zone. Good coverage being played, as Travion Mosby had nearly no chance of getting to that. Covered by Landon Wimberly, the junior defensive back from Pass Christian, Mississippi. .23 left to play in the game. This one's a quick screen pass to the left side. It's Mosby. Mosby trying to use his footwork to get by, but a good gain of about, referee said he stepped out of bounds after 6 or 7 yards. 3rd down and 2 now coming up. Huddle broken with just about 12 seconds left to go on the play clock here. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, though. Ball trying to be powered forward all the way to about the first down marker at the 11-yard line. Should be enough for DeQuinton Smith.
That's another Blue Jay first down.
So first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. For Westminster, pair of penalties put them in good position from Millsaps. A pass interference and then a late hit after the whistle. Play action, no. Ellis rolls right, looking into the end zone. Mosby brings it down for a touchdown for Westminster. An 11-yard touchdown pass from Wyatt Ellis to Travion Mosby, the 6'3" freshman wide receiver from St. Louis. Using his athleticism to get the first 6 points on the board for Westminster. Score is now Blue Jays 9, Majors 35. Brad Hamill now on the field, attempting to make it 10. Not enough players on the field for Westminster. John Welty, the head coach of the Blue Jays, forced to take a timeout on an extra point. We're going to take a timeout as well. When we come back, will be the extra point for Brad Hamill. But 11-yard touchdown pass, Travion Mosby bringing it in for his first touchdown of the season.
Come into
Hamill's kick is up and good. 13:05 left to play in the game. Blue Jays had their first touchdown of the game from Travion Mosby. We're going to take another break here when we come back. Kickoff back to Millsaps. You're listening to Westminster Football here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. So after the short break, ball from Tim Brannick is kicked away out of bounds. Down about the 4-yard line. I have to correct myself, though. I said it was Travion Mosby's first touchdown of the year. It was not. He actually did have 2 last year, or last week, I should say, against Nebraska Wesleyan up in Lincoln. But it is his first on the day. $13:05 still left to play.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball in place at the 35, first down.
So Millsaps will have the ball at their own 35-yard line now. Nick Ajanta now in the game at quarterback for Amron Jeffrey. Ajanta, sophomore from Houston, Texas. Is a handoff to the left side this time, going nowhere, being met at the line of scrimmage. Chris Chandler, who fumbled on the last drive for Millsaps, was the carrier. Ojante now in the shotgun again. It's another handoff this time to Chandler. Chandler's going to gain about 2 yards this time before being brought down. Now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Majors. It's going to be a pass. First one of the game for Ajanta is complete this time to John Bourgeois. Reaching forward just at the 1st down marker at the 45-yard line is enough to move the chains, and they will. First down and 10 now from a 45 for Millsaps. It's going to be a handoff to Chandler to the right side now. Big hit right at the line of scrimmage there. He's going to be brought down for no gain. Millsaps is going to wait for this play clock to tick down as much as they can. 10:35 still left to play. Handoff up the middle this time to Chandler. Chandler's going to have a little room to the right side, but brought down right at midfield. For 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Majors.
Jump around, get up for a Blue Jay 3rd down.
Once again, the Majors are letting this play clock tick down now at 10. Will they break the huddle? As a handoff to Chandler again. Chandler's going to power forward, be brought down just about a yard short of the 1st down marker. And the offense, I think, is staying on the field for Millsaps. They will. 4th down and 1 for the Majors. Play clock now at 7 for the Majors. Another handoff to Chandler, met at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down in the backfield. Forward progress could have given it, but referee did signal that he did pick up the 1st down. So Millsaps will continue their drive. Ajanta taking his time again with Chandler in his backfield. You can see him pause there just for a second. See, he turned around and saw the play clock was still at 20. But now it's down to 5. It's time to get set. Ajanta on the read option is going to keep it. Spin around and gain about 3 yards on his first carry of the game. Majors milking this clock still and still. Under 7 minutes to go. Hand off to Chandler. This time he cuts to the left side. And again, it's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Third down and caught 6 or 7 for Millsaps. They are 13 for 18 on the day on third down and 3 for 3 on fourth down. Trips to the left. Johnson will pass. This time he finds Chandler as a flag is thrown in the backfield. Chandler's going to power forward and be brought down after gaining the first down. It's going to be a holding in the backfield. So a holding call will push him back even further. Still third down for Millsaps.
Fans, get up, get loud for that Blue Jays third down.
Ball would be spot right at about the 50-yard line. So third down and 15. On the play action, Ajanta now will pass. To the left side is caught. That's a big hit right there around the 42-yard line. But a good reception. The first one on the day for Moise Tezo. Brings up fourth down and 7. As Millsaps will now bring on the punt team. Play clock still ticking, now down to 7. They'll let it run down all the way for a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Just to give Andrew Bird, their punter, a little space to maybe pin Westminster deep. Back to return is Travion Mosby and Jamal Martin. Bird sends a high one. And it takes a bounce and out of bounds. Just about the 10-yard line, so a very, very good punt from Andrew Bird. More specifically, it'll be spotted at about the 13.
Let's hear it for the boys in blue.
4.5 minutes still to go. Westminster drove down the field on their last possession to score a touchdown. Let's see what they can do on this one. Is an end around now for Jamal Martin, being brought down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gained a yard. But even with the clock ticking down now, Westminster still taking in the huddle. New quarterback in from Missouri, Jaden Kendrick, the sophomore from Sedalia, Missouri. He'll hand it off this time to Quentin Smith. Smith using his extra power to gain another yard. But for now, it brings up 3rd down and long. 3.5 minutes still to go. Third down and 7. It's going to be a throw this time. Complete on the left side. First completed pass on the day for Jaden Kendrick. Caught by Travion Mosby.
For Westminster, 1st down.
Clock ticking down to about 2.5 minutes left to go. 1st down and 10 at the Blue Jays' 34-yard line. The handoff this time as DeQuinton Smith's not really going anywhere.
Quick update for everyone. In the concession stand, they're selling hamburgers and hot dogs for only $1. Get them while they last.
Looking forward for Westminster next week. They travel up to Iowa to take on Iowa Wesleyan. Their first conference game of the season in the SLIAC. Game will be at 1 o'clock next Saturday. Kendrick now throw again. He'll have to dance around, eventually brought down right at the line of scrimmage again. Maybe he gained a yard. Just about a minute to go here. And from the looks of it, Millsaps will pick up their 2nd win of the season. Westminster will drop down to their 2nd loss of the season. Millsaps did defeat Iowa Wesleyan last year. They scored 35-10. This one's a handoff again to Quentin Smith. Nowhere to go. Try and cut to the right side. Be brought down in the backfield. But they're going to let the clock run out on this one. That should be the end of this one here from Fulton. There's still about 15 seconds on the game clock. The punt team is on the field, but definitely not going to get one away. Millsaps pulling out the victory over Westminster here in the Blue Jays home opener. Millsaps winning 35-10. My name is Will Nolte. I thank you all for joining me here today on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Next football game here for us will be in 2 weeks against St. Scholastica at 12 p.m. on the 28th. You can hear that right here live on the Blue Jays Sports Network. But for now, for today, I thank you all for joining us here for a good day of football in Fulton. But for Will Nolte, signing off here on You'll be listening to Westminster football on the Blue Jays Sports Network.